On to another big update of Manalords. We are here for a little cozy let's play testing out the brand new beta that introduced a major overhaul of the building system. We are now in for 4 tiers instead of 3, which is a big improvement to the longevity of the Endless game if you prefer to build that, and it also gives a new balance to the game, how to access different tiers and what to do for those. It also came with a whole bunch of balancing updates, changes to a lot of the systems, and so on and so forth. As for the video, we are going to take things very slow, very cozy, very easy. So if you're here for a bit of medieval, wonderful gameplay, building a nice little cozy town, seeing where this is going to guide us, this is your video. We are not going to opt for anything super crazy efficient or whatever, reaching certain designs or whatnot. We are just going to enjoy the beauty of this game, and we're going to test how that is. So as for the game, I have the brand new map. There is a brand new map as well. This is Twin Lakes. Let's have a little look to that one, which is kind of cozy. You've got that lake here to the left hand side. That's just almost like a little pond, to be honest. It's not really a lake, but it's going to be looking very cool in the future, I guess, if we would be to claim that area. That's going to look nice. And then you have got that lake in the middle, which, to be honest, looks almost like a little bit better than Lake Lem, because Lake Lem is like super big and it just claims a whole bunch of stuff. But this map overall is also not super large. It feels like a bit more tiny than the other ones, to be honest, but that shall not stop us. There's still enough space. I have not really looked into what we have. I just saw briefly that we have a rich iron deposit, which in terms of selling stuff is mega. And we do also have a wildberry reserve, a rich one, and we've got a wonderful fish area to get some other stuff, which is great. So that means food-wise for the early game, we are very much saved. But also, let's have a look of the fatality, actually. I should say, yeah, that was about to be expected. That fatality then is going to be a little bit less good. So if we go into rye, for example, that is unfortunate. So as for developing our town, we should really opt for going to the left and right here, and then we're just going to make sure that this is going to be our farming location over here, where there is our clay. You know what, just for me as a reference, I'm just gonna quickly plop down a little bit of a pathway here, and then let's have a look where the other fatality is. It's gonna be here, so just going to build myself a little bit of an instruction to where not, you know, do stuff. So there's also the other rye goes all the way down here. So you know what, I'm just gonna do this. Actually, you know what? It's actually pretty handy to have it this way, because we can actually make sure that this is going to be a bit of our center then of the town over here. This is just going to be a bit of an outpost where we have a bit of a marketplace. That's fine. It's all good. We've got some berries. I mean, we can't take away the area here anyways because of the berries. I don't want to chop them away, so that's why. So if we've already built this one. So let's first of all define the working area, because as said, I don't want to see the berries being chopped away. So making sure that this is safe for the moment. I'm going to start with this one, and we're going to employ one family right away, because logs or timber is what we will relatively quickly need. Same goes for alternating the goods, or actually bring them into our granary and also the storehouse. I should say I did set up a bit of the starting conditions. You can also, or actually, you know what, you could upgrade this one. I think they took that out, right? I think they took out the ability to do this. We're going to get an ox right away at the beginning. As I went for the lean option, this is something I do actually do quite early. Because we have like enough regional wealth to do that, and we can still go for some veggie gardens. That's all good. But we will go for a very early trade center, because trade, as we don't have a good fatality, is needed to get all the goods for, you know, showcasing the other wonderful tiers that will come eventually. So I'm going to put down another hitching post, and this is where marketplace is. So you're going to put this one right away, because otherwise we don't have place for our oxen. So let's go to the highest with this one. We are opt for a family here. We are opt for a family here. Now we just have 2 families left, but that shall not change from what we are doing. We do actually, the thing is, I don't want to get the disapproval away relatively quickly. You know what, just get out of here for a moment and speed up the process so things are going to be built. This is relatively important to move a bit quicker for the build. As I said, we just not, you know, I don't want to stress or whatever, but this is the early game is rather important to have things aligned quickly. So as this is done, we can build the house extension to have more families coming in, hopefully quick and soon. This is what we got to do. So next house being built, then we can actually... we are missing out on wood, so let's just then drop a family back in here. Actually, 2 families. Now that this has been built, we are getting quicker there. This is fine. This one is scheduled too. So we're going to go for some timber. We shall have a second oxen in place now. Let's have a look. Yeah, both oxen are there. It's a bit unfortunate though that the well is so far off here. This was a bit of an unfortunate thing to have, but you know, I could have said place wells everywhere. I still like me some little challenge at least. This is why I went for underground water. So families go over here, which is nice. Got 2-1. Approval is still 54, which is good, meaning that we can hopefully with a couple of things rather quickly go for a positive, you know, there you can build this for positive approval, which is then hopefully getting us more people living in our town, which is something we do need rather quickly. So this is why the goods needed to brought over rather quickly. I enabled the weather, which was very important, and we now have the next level already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, let's not speed too much. What we're going to do is we go to the gathering, and we are going for a forager hut. Now we do have all the berries over here. I'm just going to place this rather close to that. I mean, we do have good fatality in this region. I still want to build over here. I don't go. I mean, we've got rye fatality, but it's just like that little bit. We can ignore that for a moment. This will be enough for what will serve us until we go for the next regions. You know, actually, we could check out the next region. So what about this region over here? How's the overall fatality in here? So oh yeah, that is the very green one. This is the one to grow crops, even though that's like a rather small tile, to be honest. This one is good as well. I'm also not sure if we could build a bridge all the way across. I'm not sure if that even is possible. This one isn't good either. This one isn't good either. That one isn't good either. And that one too is actually just these two. Is that true? Oh, interesting. Yeah. Maybe, I mean, that one is large. So this one is going to be, this one could be the crop farm. In terms of other resources, we've got a rich stone deposit. That's important if we want to build a keep later on. This one over here is a rich animal deposit and a rich mushroom one. It's not too interesting. Let's see if we can have a closer rich stone deposit. That's rich clay, also good to know. There's a rich stone deposit right across to our one, right? This is our one. Yeah, that is perfect. I'm also not... Okay, now that's actually fine. I think this is pretty good to go that way. Now, okay, we've built this. We've got one family spare, which is going to work as a gathering family. And then we are already up to waiting for the next family. We've got a monthly immigration of 1, which is exactly what I meant. But we don't have any living quarters available, which is something we have to do rather quickly. And we're going to go for a veggie garden. But we are, you know, as we are good on food for the first year, I believe, yeah, that will be good. I'm not going to stress too much. But what I'm going to focus on is a couple of living quarters. And I'm going to do something that I usually don't, but I think I'm going to test this. You know, this is a play what we can test out. So what I'm going to do, instead of just opting for a couple of gardens, which we can do always, I'm now going for some very dense buildings over here. So I'm going to try to see that we get the... Let's see if we can... Oh, the game does now indicate a lot nicer where you can't build. That is very helpful indeed. Haven't seen that earlier, but this is super helpful. Also, I want to build a bit more organic, so that's that. But let's just test. In terms of residential, let's test that we can make them as condensed as possible. I want to opt for a couple of gardens. That is fine. But I want to see... So this is 6 families we can squeeze in with like rather small gardens. What about... opting for more? This is 5. Okay, 6 is this is perfect because they can start building now, and as soon as we've got more timber, we'll be able to do this. This is fantastic. I'm gonna put this on very high so that we have this building available and hopefully a new family coming in rather soon. So we are going to... We've got 2 families working in here. 6 timber is available. I'm just... See, the point is we would need to have a family foraging because we have now the seasonal stuff going. So I'm gonna family in here and one less family going for the woods. I mean, you know, gonna have to wait for it anyways. So let's just speed up the process and see if we can get a family rather quick. We need a family to build. I don't want to get rid of the families of the granary and the storehouse because eventually we'll need them to sell goods. People might actually get a little bit, you know, annoyed if they don't have goods to purchase from. And the thing is, you could go into more micromanagement. I've seen people building like super efficient. They just constantly swap the families at the beginning to have like the maximum efficiency in building. Honestly, I don't care too much. I want to just enjoy that wonderful game because it is really cool. And like my last couple playthroughs, because this game is a very long play game, if you will. It took me last time to get the third level, which now is the fourth level, or the fourth tier. It took me somewhat 10 hours to get to, which is kind of long, but now we have living availabilities for people. That is fantastic. So we are building these houses, and hopefully we've got some immigration. There you have them. We should have one immigration now. Let's have a look. No, we don't. We don't form a militia because I don't like. Yeah, okay, thank you for doing that, but I don't want to have a militia at all. Like, not at all. We could create new units and then go from over here hire. I don't. You know, I want to play peaceful. That's what we. There's the family joined our living areas, which is awesome. I'm not sure if we go for wood. We got 6 timber spare. These houses are all built. What we gotta need is obviously a saw pit, which is a pity because, oh sorry, pun intended, because this one is rather pushing the limits of my efficiency. I hate these things because they're super efficient, but I also love them for being super efficient. I'm gonna put this one here. We obviously need to get rid of this rather soon because that's too close to our buildings. There's barely any forest available. For the moment, that's good. But I will say that I'm going to go for a forester rather early on. So we might have a bit of a bigger forest on that opposite side here already. I'm going to put this one. I actually am going to leave one family for that. I will have a mine also very early on because we need to go for our own tools in terms of upkeeping things. Let's actually do this, and then, as I said, a bit more organic is nice. I'm just going to go around the iron deposit, which is obviously not exactly as we built it, but just going to build things a little bit nice here at the beginning. It's not looking too nice, to be honest, but let's see if I can keep a bit of space and squeeze the house in there in the middle. Just make things a bit more organic. Let's see if we can squeeze a lot there in. Not sure if that works, but I'm willing to place. This music, by the way, this specific song over here reminds me so dramatically of the Anno 1404 when you go into the Orient. Not sure if you know that game, but this is like exactly how it reminds me. Look at that one. This is the tiniest of stripes for an upgrade. This could be like for piggies or so. But like, I like that one. How much space is reserved for that one? I like the idea of having one building here and the other there. I actually love that. So this will give the whole area a nice look. So I kind of dig this area, to be honest. We got some veggie gardens going on over here, but switching them into some like apple trees and stuff later will be very fun indeed, I guess. Okay, so we've got 2 families spare. We've got 1 family working in here. I'm willing to have another family go for some logs first. We are going to go for the saw pit, no matter that, but that's fine. Available living places 3+1. We're building another one, and we can go for some more. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna do it this way. 11 months, food coming in, fuel coming in. We still have enough regional wealth for the moment. I'm also, you know what, we could go very early on for the mine, so I am willing. Oops, that's gathering. So we can go for the mining pit. Oh, this one is, okay, we need planks for that. Okay, so let's speed up a little bit and then see that we can get a bit of planks eventually. I will start to reserve some logs, you know, we can actually advanced people, livestock. We don't have a permanent one. We are gonna get this one. Timber storage is gonna be fine. Maintenance is also okay. We still have some tools, but we should go for the tool production early on, which is also a good that we can sell very nicely for a good price. The good thing about the iron industry is that you can sell different goods. You can sell the iron ingots, you can sell the tools, but you can also make a whole couple of other things from iron, which is good for the market value, because if you sell one good all the time, it's obviously going to start drain the global market, and it's going to reduce its value. So it's better to, you know, have a bit of a nice spare of things. Okay, we've got another family joining, which is absolutely awesome, which is good. 66 approval is great. I want to go for a church rather quickly. What was that we need? Yeah, planks for that, but that's all we need. So we're gonna put the other family back in here. So 2 families going for the logs, 1 for the planks. Great. So we can also give you an advanced option of a reserve of 5, and production limit doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Production limit. No, you know what? Production. We're gonna put a production limit in. Let's say 50-ish. We're gonna use quite a lot of those, but so planks are back in. So that means we should be able to build already our little church. So where do we put this? Let's pause the game real quick. I'm just gonna think about that. I would love to see this from the lake. That would be nice. What about placing that one here? Is that a nice position as well? See, seemingly we are not going to have the city center too much over here because of the fields. It's realistically coming more over to this side. There is that little crest here which it sits on. I think it would be sitting very beautifully on top of here. And I'm leaving a little space in the front just to have a marketplace going on. You know what? I think this is a brilliant idea. Having this one placed here, and then let's see if we can guide a little path just around this bit, and then just connect right over here. That's nice. And then we have the same nice one going around here, like that. I think this is kind of beautiful. And then we just have another connection here, which is nice. And we could also, you know what, we could also... Ah, damn. I'm wondering, like, how small can I get a building in here? Like, if I try to squeeze a building in, that doesn't fit. Okay, let's see if I need to go... Not enough goods. Okay, is that maybe the... Too steep to build, not enough goods. Okay, I'm wondering if that works, if I go to that... Wow, okay, no. Because the thing is, I want to have a building squeezed in here somehow. And then maybe getting like a tiny apple tree garden in for the looks of it, and then have the marketplace to the other side. But I'm not sure if I'm going to squeeze this in here. Or maybe I need to be a bit more wider. Yeah, just doesn't really work, right? Now maybe I'm going to squeeze one in here then to the other side. I think this could also work nice. We're just going to build this out over here. Whoops. It's not going to let me. We can also unpause the game real quick to make people build our church. So if we're going to squeeze a house in here, I think this would then make a lot more sense. So let's see if I can bring this around. Yeah, I mean, we are lacking some of the goods, right? So if I do it this way, it's too steep to build again, you tell me. Why would you tell it? Okay, this is exactly what I would need to have. But, like, why is it too steep? Can I... Ah, okay, that works. But the problem is it does not allow me to go for the good gardens. Oh, okay, I don't want to have to... Oh, there's like a tiny bit of a garden here. That's too small. That's too... I gotta figure out how to get a better one in here. Maybe like so. Wait, hold on. There wasn't like a... come on. Just... Yeah, whatever. Ah, there you have it. Okay, so this would work. So this is where I need to tag it. And then let's like... This would be... It's too steep to build. Okay, so I think it's somewhat... Is that the problem if I go here? Okay, so... Yeah. I need to squeeze it somehow this way. It's very interesting how many buildings you can technically fit in that region. But Yeah, I'm a little bit split because like if we build this here, we obviously also need a storehouse and stuff that is connected to the marketplace, which I will eventually place somewhere over here. But I like the idea of having that church. It's rather close to these buildings, and it's sitting nice on that little hill over here. I'm quite happy with this. Like let's keep it the way it is. We don't need a new marketplace as of now, anyways, because we've got that one. So it's all good. So good. Four families spare. We don't have any buildings spare, so you know what? Just gonna build more of these, and while we do so, we can go for a veggie garden here and the veggie garden here. And so that one is the one with the small area. I'm willing to have like an animal pen because that will look very nice indeed. So let's build all these things. We've got July. We are very nice on. Hold on. Oh, fuel is definitely something we need to opt for. Let's quickly do that. We've got 4 families spare. That's not really a problem, but starting on early is good. Yeah, let's put the woodcutter first of all over here. Then there is going to be 1 family member working here, and we're going to place the work area. It's going to be all the way here. We're going to plant some trees. So let's do that, and we're going to put the highest importance on that little woodcutter so we can make. Alright, oh, let's have a little look. Oh, that is pretty interesting. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed P instead of spacebar for going for pause, but this is a very new overview, I guess. I mean, this is something we knew. They have already updated some of the stuff. At the moment we are for meadows. That means pollination and wilding is kind of good. That means also we could go for apiaries to improve, but we also have a good effect on pannage and teaming. That is good. I mean, some of the stuff is really good to go for, and depends on how you build your area. This kind of balance is going to change. And for the records, you can see how much we have. Planks is going to be added. Consumption is that one. Can I add this to the graph? Oh, okay, so this is going to give you an overview of how you do with the certain goods, and you can go through these different ones, which is giving you a bit of an idea to where you go, which is very helpful indeed. Also, we can spend a point, which I have no idea what to go for. We should make a little idea about. I mean, I like the idea of small holdings. For me personally, this is always a good choice when you have a bad fatality. The Tith Approval Malice is obviously something you can get around if you don't want, especially when you go for military, you don't need that much, but it's okay. You also have the Of the Vogtland, which is very cool because it gives you a hunting hound, and you can also increase the export prices for minor trades, which helps you in another situation if you need to do for a lot of experts. But yeah, it also increases the capacity for foraged goods deposits, which is also good, but it also decreases the agricultural effect or efficiency, which in my case wouldn't be too bad because, you know, you don't go for that anyways in this area, but hey. Then we have the Woodwright Journeyman. This helps you if you go for military stuff. We don't want to. Also, this is good for the Guildsman, is helping you increase regional wealth from burgage plots if you need more money to spend, which is again another one which is helpful if you don't have like good regional fatality. It also does reduce the update cost, but also salt and iron import value reduction. In my case, that's a bad decision because we can produce iron ore ourselves, and also land tax approval malice is something we don't want because then the growth is hindered a little, even though I quite like the idea of having more regional wealth coming from the very good plots. Then we also have the Smith improvement from Passau. However, again, we don't play with military. This is something we don't want to look too much into. We've got Born of the Alps. If you have a very hilly environment, this is a good one because it gives you more efficiency, specifically from areas where you can't build that nicely. However, it makes your trade routes are more costly, and well, specifically when you import, that's not a good choice or not a good decision. We also have this one, the Strasbourg Masons, improve the stonemasons station. This is always very good for regions where you need to get your stone from. However, we don't have that, and it does decrease the hunting and fishing, which specifically in our case is bad. Then we also have the Prospectors, which is improving the armorers, mine integrity, and mining import discounts, which could be fine because of that integrity. However, it doesn't really help too much. It also increased the retinue cost. Not really helpful. And the last but not least, we have the Weiden Hinterlanders. It's kind of always like the both English and German words. But anyways, the efficient farming at elevation, again, cheaper animal imports also good. Increased mining labor speed also good. And the artisan efficiency goes down from workshops. So this is another one which is very interesting for us because of the cheaper animal imports and the increased mining labor speed. But as we have a rich deposit, honestly, we can put 2 mines in and we should be fine. I think I'm just yet again going for these small holds because that will, yeah, that'll bring us the best. And I hope that this adding some cards to the area will come soon because it does help eventually. Anyways, we looked into that quite a bit now just to give you a bit of an idea. I quite like this system. I like all the changes about the system they made. The points we had previously were nice, but I think this system is a lot more fun to play with and it's going to help a lot. So let's also just give us a work area. You're going to work here just for the sake of it. We could actually, you know what, while we edit, we could also have 2 families gather already because the wild berries, the more we have, the better. And I'm also going to upgrade our storehouse and the granary alike, which is that one. Both of them can receive an upgrade. And this one can receive a garden as well. Look at how we can actually get a... Why not? Let's get a piggy. And then we're gonna go for the seeds for that one and a bit of beetroots over here. So we've got all these things. We don't have any regional wealth left, which is the moment where we are going to opt for a trade route, which is gonna be down here, industry and administration. We've got all that kind of stuff, but we're going to go for logistics, and then we've got our trading post, which is gonna go to the main road already, because I mean we are going to develop our town over here anyways. So I'm going to put this one, we could put that in this corner, which it might actually be next to the fields. You know what, I'm just gonna put this, don't want to have the road. Yeah, it's not that far away, it's fine. We're just gonna place this here, and then we're going to build a little bit of nice little area around, which is gonna give us a bit of a nice road down the road that is gonna help us fire. This is like a very good start we have over here. Food has been in for 18 months. It's gonna change eventually if we have got more. Okay, we gotta have to upgrade all the houses, by the way, because we have no more living space. There's 1 living space coming in. Where do we get? I think I want to develop further to the left now. We can also go and just make smaller speeds. Let's go for another well. Is there like, oh my god. Like, this is the worst region for wells. What the heck? Like, there's a well. That is shabby. Super inefficient for us. I mean, this is the worst spot on the entire map when it comes to that. I mean, that's not a nice spot either, but yeah, I don't want to develop in that direction because that is our fertile region, which I don't want to go to. I mean, we could go for that right-hand side first, but that's not going to help us long-term anyways, because there's all the goods we have is over here, and there's not that much space left, and, well, I wouldn't like to develop down here anyways. Also, this is what I wanted to test. Can I technically build a bridge? I could. I mean, I don't own this region, so this is why I'm not even sure if I could technically build this bridge. Huh. Well, we gotta see future. Future Rudy is gonna see eventually. We can also build a fisher hut, by the way. So what do? I mean, the wells, we could develop in that region. You know what? For the moment being, I'm gonna develop more into that direction. The church is over here. This market space can still serve some people, and we do have our main points of interest at the moment, at least over here. You know what? I'm just gonna do this exactly. How much space does our market space still have? Free stall locations 8. It's not really that much, to be honest. I'm gonna leave a little more space here eventually to plop a bit more of a market space in here. So that is what we gotta do. And then we're gonna bring this all the way down here to the path. And then let's just connect the best we can over here. Now, let's see what the Burgage plots do offer us if we build them in here. So let's just squeeze them in. Not enough goods. What are we missing out on? Is that logs? Okay, well, I mean, my typical... Oh, that is perfection. I'm gonna go for that. This is gonna be 3 animal pens in here. This is perfection. We're gonna have some little piggies over here. It's gonna look a bit weird because it's not like the wrong direction regarding our market space, but I think I'm gonna go for the lakeside view either way. And what we are going to do here is I'm just going to see if I can make sure that this path goes all the way here, all the way around. It's just going to form a bit of a weird area there. And then we're just going to connect all the way up here. Awesome. So I like the idea of having these areas quite dense. I'm wondering if I can, if this is enough to still squeeze in. I'm just going to test this over here. Yeah, well. So if I put this... Oh, it does fit. Oh, boy. Okay, that's perfection. It's the question is, do we gonna go for like a dense one or keep that a bit more open? I think I'm gonna keep this more open. I mean, it's gonna be just one more family, but it's okay. And then I'm wondering if I can... How are you not, like, serving me? There you go. So, eventually what I will do is put this one in, but I need to make sure that... Oh my god, what the heck. Still have these living quarters in here, because this could be another animal pen. Kind of animal pens are really nice in terms to provide us food. Especially when it comes to later on go for sausages. I mean, we don't have salt. We could import salt. It's not really that much salt needed for it, but yeah, we could go for that. It doesn't matter. This one is being built. These ones are being built, which is nice. We do have 5 ones coming in soon. Let's go for the highest for all of these, because I need immigration. We have enough food. We are getting more fuel. By the way, speaking of... fuel is coming in. I'm not going to have too many people. We've got 52 planks. Yeah, I mean... Okay, we gotta leave it as is, and we're gonna have one more person employed in here to chop down trees. And then hopefully these ones, you know what, just another person working in here to plant new trees quicker. Because eventually I want to relocate my timber works to the other side. Okay, that is nice. The berries are still not in any danger, which is good. We've got families working in there. It's actually starting to be really good. I really want to focus on the good. We've built already our trading post. I think the next step we're going to is our iron deposit, which is definitely something we need to focus on. So let's first of all put the gathering mine in. It's going to be an iron mine, and I'm willing to, yeah, make use of the space. Oh boy, I think it's going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to place one here now, and yeah, I think we are going to have to just... Yeah, we can't place it here. Eventually, this first one is what we need for the moment. It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't really matter too much. Okay, we've built that one. Let's have 2 families working in here already at the beginning. And we can not go for the deep mine as of now, but that doesn't matter. That's all good. So we have this. The next in line for our build is we potentially will need charcoal. Or charcoal, I think. So what we will need... which is... Where do you have that? This is the berries, this is that, this is that. And which of those was the charcoal production? Is it in here? No, this is just something... Industry, there we have that. Because this is definitely what we will need as well for the next production. Because then we will need workers smelt iron ore into iron slabs. Which is something we do need to do. I think we're going to keep this all relatively close to each other here. I'm just going to build this here. But this one is going to have the need of charcoal, I believe. So the charcoal one... we are running out of choppable area rather soon, I believe. But yeah, hopefully our forester is doing the trick. Let's quickly see if they can do this with firewood too. Because otherwise we may actually go into a bit of an issue. But it's fine. I think... my question is if I will So let's have a look. They do advance. They will... Okay, so they will eventually start working. They will produce something, requires refueling. Okay, they just will use fuel, right? This building requires fuel to deliver. Okay, that means we have fuel. It still might make sense to go for charcoal rather early on, because this is going to help us tremendously. Families are coming to join us, which is good. I am going to put the charcoal production in, and I'm going to put this here. It's not the nicest thing to put it there, but we can relocate things later as well. It's a bit far off the rest of the building area. It's a bit of a, as I said, I go for the aesthetics, I go for the coziness. It's not super efficient having people living down here, but we will need to focus on that to be able to get regional wealth, because otherwise we can't really do anything with the gardens, you know. I can obviously go for all the veggie gardens now so that they can already prepare them, but it doesn't really help us, you know. It doesn't really help us to go any further. How much living space is... Oh my god. So we should upgrade this. Same goes for that one. That's quite the... It's quite the immigration we've gone on over here, which is good. How many families do we have already? What's the population total? That's 51 already. It's a pretty good start for the first winter. It's really damn good. It's really damn good. We are really good on food. We're really good on fuel. It's all good. We didn't even build a fisherman's hut. By the way, I should I should plan that in. I should plan that in, because there's the fishing ground. I don't want to have this too far off. So just in the midst of all our living quarters, we're gonna put a fishing hut. Also, just being very close. I like the fact that this looks a bit more stony over here. Oh boy, this is... Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's not really the nicest pathway ever. By the way, this is something I would love for the future. Like, being able to change things, making keys and stuff would be nice. Like, this is something in the medieval times still did. Like, built a lot with cobble and stone, but still looks decently enough. We can have one fisherman already employed so that they go down here. Look, they're here. I would love to see them with a boat eventually on the lake. That would make a lot more sense. That's quite a big shoal of fish. Nice. We've got still enough people. We could have people work over here for the charcoal stuff. Let's have a look how things go. Oh, we've got 26 iron slabs already. This is doing a perfect job. We still have tools, right? How many tools do we still have? 14. That's so good. It's not too bad of a thing. Family is still joining in. Very nice indeed. We have one more living quarter. They are not being built. Look at that. We can actually go already to level 2. Which I think we should do quickly. We have a very good start. I don't want to upgrade too early, I believe. This could be converted into a small holding. That's going to make one family less, but we will do so. And we will do the same with those as well. So that means all families gone for the moment, but that's okay. We are going to have new families in and everything is placed, so that is good. Resource stolen by nearby bandits, 13. How the heck do we have bandits? I thought I have deactivated bandits. Dang it. Where do we have them? Where are those bandits? Huh. Gonna have to have a look at that. Maybe we do need a militia then eventually. Well, I didn't want to, but maybe I will need to. If that occurs more often, we have to look into that. Or if it's just an event that they play for now. I don't know. 2 more living quarters available. And that means something in construction. No, it's not, right? So that can be upgraded. That can be upgraded. We can all upgrade, but I'm not going to opt for upgrade right now. Let's pause the game because eventually we've got no one to build. And we've got only 2 more living quarters left. How much? Okay, timber is all good. That means we can just build what I wanted to build here. Okay, 1 more then. Why do I have not? Okay, let's just go 1 more. Yeah, that's exactly the one. I need these 3, which is perfect. If I go down 1, that means 4 in total, right? For the 3, I think at this specific point I want to go for the 3 because of the way how dense it can look then with the buildings. I think I'm going to go for this one. And just for the looks of it, this is where we'll have the animal pens. There is a bit of a problem here anyway with the with well. Let's see if we can squeezy this around here. Yes, that is it. This would be going for a nice looks. This means 4 in total. No, no, safe. This means 4 in total. This means also 4 in total. We obviously go for that one. That's a massive upgrade in living area. And we can quickly use these people to help building because the berries are... It's not berry season anyways. The lake isn't frozen as of now. Unassigned... Wait, we do. We should have unassigned families now. I got them out of... What? That's a bit stupid because usually it should be fine. Okay, never mind. Then just go out of the saw pit for the moment. We've got one family. Okay, that is a bit weird. Okay, now they're coming out. Whatever. We're gonna build these houses and we will have workforce rather quickly again. That's okay. So, we can go for the animal pen right away. So we have all these builds, tasks done at the beginning. We also need to go for fruits relatively soon, because I forgot this in my last playthroughs. I always forgot about fruits, which is a problem because later tiers require fruit quite a bit. Which, you know what I'm gonna do? I said this earlier. I want to make this area nice. So you know what? What we're going to have is we're going to have set out a granary and a storehouse right over here. I'm actually going to plop them in relatively soon. I could go for a granary, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to place this here. And I'm going to place a storehouse. Can I... Let me just squeeze this. No! Ah! Okay, well then stay this way. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to just hug the pathway around here. Awesome. And I'm willing to have maybe a little bit of a nice roundish area here. And then what I'm willing to have, I mean, as I said, there is water is still way over here. So maybe this could be a nice region of just having a lot of fruit farms here. So I'm willing to just offer this region to become a bit of a foodie region. We are making a massive progress right now, but I think in terms of planning, it's not really the worst idea to do. So that's obviously not how it looks, but I think what I want is some really cool fruit gardens here. So I'm just going to make sure that this looks cool. As I said, we're just going to more organic, and then I'm just going to build a house right in here. And this is the question. If we go for... This is 2 nice fields. This would be 1 big field, but this is fine. This would be the nice orchards. And then what we could do is we could test if the trick works nicely in here now. And the trick does work nicely. Awesome. It's going to be a very huge orchard over there. That's nice. And the last one I'm going to go is try to do is just, come on, give me a bit more. Okay, that still could work. Doesn't allow me exactly the way I wanted to. Maybe just opt for a tiny here. And then I think I need to go in the other direction. And let's see if we can hug it around. It doesn't really let me. I think I'm just gonna... It doesn't exactly work how I want to. I mean, this is kind of nice because it does offer me quite a sizable area here. Oh no, it doesn't. There's like the building on it. Okay, whatever then. There's like a tiny bit here. Normally you try to go and hug it around the corner here, but it doesn't allow me. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as is for the moment. All these houses being built is nice. Let's see that we can fill in these houses first, and then we are going already for a orchard because, as I said, you gotta use these early on to make them grow, you know, that is rather important. So, we are going to go for trade, and we do need, obviously, first of all, we need money, because otherwise we cannot trade. So we're going to make export on planks. It's just 1, that's fine, but we will need more of these. So this is where I'm going to employ a person here, and we've got no production limit as for the moment, 3 working in here. Hopefully there's growth rather soon. Logging camp otherwise is becoming a bit of an issue. Food is good. Fuel is good. As Fisherman Hut comes in play now as well, we should be growing food even further. All good. We can employ even a second family in here. And we can also already employ one family for the berries already, making sure that we are ready. So that is going on nicely. How much charcoal do we have, by the way? So tools going down, as I said already. So we're going to have a look at trade first of all. Oh wait, we gotta have to employ a person. So planks is fine. Rubblestone we cannot just sell, but we can sell tools right away. It's a minor trade. I didn't know that this is a minor trade. Hold on. So that means, I mean, food is also fine. No, I'm not going to sell anything. Iron slab obviously is not a minor trade. It's a major trade. That means we are actually going for tools anyways, because we need to sell them. So we got for iron slabs, and this is going to be important. I think for the moment I'm just going to place this right over here. We can delete this and then use more of it later, but that is for later as well. How much iron ore do we have? Just 3, but we've got 114 iron slabs. That's good. That's really good. And we're gonna go for this is nice. Okay, all growing nicely. Again, bandits. Dang it. You freaking bandits. I'm not sure if I need to then go for some bandit camps. I haven't seen any of those. So let's employ 2 people right away. We've got a lot of houses been built, which is good. Let's decrease the speed for a moment. That's all a bit too stressful. Is there any living quarters we can increase? There's one here. Awesome. This is all the animal pens prepared. We can't obviously purchase them. Oh, wait, hold on. Why do I have... Oh, we did already sell. Okay, that's good. We need more regional wells now to make sure that we have more of these things available. Again, I don't want to upgrade as of yet because we need to then go for a livestock market and get for sheep and so on, because I want to have clothing coming in rather soon too, which is super important. We don't have it as of now. So that means we need a sheep farm and we need sheep, but, you know, we don't have them yet. So logistics, we can already build a livestock trading post already. So as this is going to be here, we're going to have the next trading right next to it, which is good. Hopefully these trees will be planted rather soon. We can increase the building or the living spaces here nicely while this has all been planned. So orchard is going to work. Yeah, I will obviously need more. You know what actually would be nice? Let's see if that works. Let's see if I can hug it around. It doesn't really allow me to hug around this corner. I would love to see this. That annoys me. That annoys me. Can I just... Because, oh, can I just... Or maybe here? It doesn't really allow me the way... Ah, there you have it. Okay, now let's bring it all the way here. Okay, it does not really allow... I hoped it was just going to connect to this area here. Let's see if I can... It doesn't really know. It just does not want to convert exactly like I wanted to. Yeah, this is exactly how I would need it. Oh, damn. I did not want to. Just delete them. Demolish. Demolish. Sorry, my bad. Or maybe I need to put the house here. Yeah, no, it doesn't really want to. Because my idea was that we could just hug it all the way nicely into that region here. Let's see if it now goes. Okay, so this allows me to go, and now if I... Okay, this... Yeah. It's a bit of a pity, though. I would love to see this like a bigger working space, because that would offer me... it's too tiny. That would offer me to make a nice little orchard here, but it does not really work nicely. So my initial plan was to have another nice orchard going on in here. But my problem seems to be that the house doesn't allow me to hug around the streets. So let's see if I can do it in the other way around. This corner allows me to go around nicely. Yes, this is it. And now let's see if I can fill this in nicely now. It does not really go that far. Huh. What a struggle that is. So yeah, this gives me a bit of a bigger area, but I need to know. It's not really what I want to. So, it does not really allow me. So this is exactly where I wouldn't need to go. I would need to just hug it all the way through here, but it just won't do it. It just won't cut it for me. There you have it. This is exactly what I meant. Okay, so I'm almost tempted to go for that, but yeah, that's not nice. That's also not nice. It's exactly the wrong balance over here. So that was about the best I could go for. And you know what? I'll do. This is gonna be an R chart. This is one of whatever. It's gonna be, I don't know, a goat or so. So, right. Can we purchase some seeds already? This has been under construction. Same, under construction. We could go for kinses already, but there's no family living in here. Actually, we're gonna need for the family, or wait for the families, because they need to, first of all, have them in. Are we producing our own tools now? What's the tool situation? 15 smithy, but there is like... Yeah, we're producing them. Awesome. That is really good. And I mean, if I do make sure that people work in here, we are going to have the issue that they're going to connect to this marketplace, which I don't want to. So it is time to really have the market layout here. Yes, it's gonna be a humongous market, but I don't care because this is exactly the look I wanted to have. And now I can have a family work in that storehouse. So they're going to build this here. I don't care, but this is where they're going to have it. Okay, we're going to get this, and then we're going to go to trade, and we're going to export this to the level of 10. Yeah, I guess 10 is fine. Also, why is it just 3? Export price of 3. How much... Wait, hold on. How much do we do then get for the iron slab? If we export this, 2. All right, okay. Mold is a good one. Salt is a very good one. What's the best to export? Wax actually is. Huh. Building some more apiaries then, I guess. And ale, I mean, we have to import that. Shoes is also a very important one. It's a very expensive one, shoes. So we should go for shoes. Interesting. What else do we have? Gambesons, also very expensive. Is that the most expensive one? No. The plate armor. Here we are, my friends, because we have iron. I think this is what we are going to go for. The plate armor is going to be our export selling master then. Perfect. That means some of these buildings over here are going to be focused on these things. We're going to go for the armorer's workshop. You know what? This means these houses will be the first ones to be improved. They are going to be growing to the next one. I mean, they are very close also to the well. They've got a market space over here. 9 families joining in almost soon. You know, I'm just gonna grab some apples over here. Can't do anything over here, though. Also not here. They were rather expensive, I guess, but okay. We've got families joining, which is good. This is all good as well. Shall we go for another orc? Oh, we can't. Okay, but we can make it a small stable. Why not? I'm gonna get rid of this one eventually, but let's do this. Okay, so I think we are very, very well prepared as for what we are doing here. I quite like that. Resource. Oh my god, 11 iron. No, that is not cool at all. Hold on. I want to see where those bandits are now. Nearby, they said. So there need to be a bandit camp of some sort nearby. Can we raid them then? Or something like that? I don't want them to be stealing these things all the way. Huh. Where's that bandit camp? Or is that just like... There's the bandit camp. Look. This is the bandit camp. Okay, so that means we do eventually need some militia. I guess is exactly what we're going to do then. I've never played with this, so don't expect me to be anywhere good, but... hire this one. New militia unit, militia footmen. Can I... Okay, 20... What is... Okay, we need some more stuff for that then. Can I get river? Okay. Hire. So that means... A reformed band of outlaws supporting professional greenheads for which they are known. Flock of G. Can I select these? Okay, I can't because we don't have the money, right? Okay, we don't have the money for that one. But we also don't have the armor or the weapons for that one, which we could craft ourselves, but that means we still need to get rid of some bandits if we don't want to have them steal our goods all the time. Okay, interesting to know. But anyways, the next thing I wanted to do is I want to import. And this means we are going to import... Yeah, we're going to import sheep right away. Last time around I went for lambs just to make sure that we have them right away. But like it's better to have like 10-ish sheep. It's expensive, yeah, I know, but they will be able to just like repopulate and breed rather quickly. So going for lambs takes too long until they're grown. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a little bit of a pasture here next to it, just to have a bit of living space. 29, that's fine. We don't need more than that. That's good. That's what we go for. That's what we go for. I like that. Okay, so second year going good, going really good. We usually like a monthly migration of 1. We're almost at next level, but we can't offer next level yet because we don't have clothing, I guess. Like what else? Fishes, fuels, they have all what they need, which is good. We could go for a piggy or so. How's our food distribution? We've got fish, we've got veggies. We don't have any kind of grains or fruits right now. We've got berries, which is good. We obviously could already go for like a farm over here as next step. I think this is actually a good idea. You know, I'm gonna put the farmhouse. This is all very close to my region here, so there's a bit of stone here we will never use, but apparently the farmhouse could be held here. This is a bit of clay we still need to do. There's all the living quarters. I don't want to put it too far away off the people, so I'm willing to have this right across our trade route over here. And then what we can do is we can set out some fields. Oh my god. It's like just here. Follow along. And then put our first field down. I'm just going to make a smaller one next to that too. Which is good. And then we can just keep that side over here for the moment being. And then I'm just going to follow this a little bit here. And that shall be it for the beginning. I am assuming that should be all good. This is like our first little bit we are doing. And we're going to say this is obviously going for rye. And rye. And rye. It is, what is August? So this all for next year is all good. We can prepare for next year. Family is starting to live in. So let's have 2 families already in there so that they start stuff. Hopefully they come from over here. Is there a family living? Not yet. There's people living. Good stuff, because then we can go for the next seats. Love that. Is there a family living in here? Not yet. Okay, so we're going to wait for this one to happen. So we're going to go for tools. Like, we've got 4. Okay, we haven't any... We've got any sheeps over here. They're like super expensive. Resources stolen. Oh, gosh. Okay. So we're getting into trouble now with our workable area. But look at that. We are almost done over here, so I think what we can do, we can relocate the logging camp now. This is exactly what I was hoping for. So we're relocating our entire living area a bit. How much? Oh my god. Okay, so you know what? You gotta make a bit of a break here. We will eventually need this, but oh boy. You know what? We can also relocate this whole thing. Just come over here. Just our working area. Gives us a bit more space to develop our little town. This is still becoming a bit of our town here. So that's good. Don't we just get no seats at all over here? 42-ish is quite expensive. 26. Yeah, let's go for that one so that the family has something to work. Actually, we would need to go for regional wealth now as our main focus because, yeah, we're going to serve all these things here first and then... But let's go for a good variety that will help us eventually. Food is 20 months. That is amazing. Tools going up very nicely as well. Pork is coming in a bit. That's good. Harvest season started. I mean, it doesn't matter because we have no crops or whatever built. But yeah, that's for the next year. That's fine. Families coming in. Look, 7 families that don't have a job, which is good because we will give them jobs. It's all good over here. This is good. I mean, we can turn things already into a small holding, but not now, because as long as there's no seeds or whatever for the future, we don't need to. But what we could have is another family in here. That's good. And we can also have another family. Whoops, where's that one? There's another one in here, and there's another. So that they serve a bit more the different markets. A couple more market stall locations will always help. 5 more families to live in here. That's good. We still need some stuff for our, so like, we're just gonna build this real quick, our sheep farm. Honestly, I think this is a good region for having that. The sheep farm is gonna be, can be off the road here, right? Yeah, let's plop that one down there. And then what we will need as well, obviously, is, I'm just gonna put this down. We're gonna make a Weaver's Workshop, which is going to be, that's the question now. We've got all these nice little things aligned. We could plop it next to here, but there's our stone deposit. This is down here in the city, makes it closer to some of these regions. I mean, see, the point is, all the goods need to be transported to the storehouse anyways. So I think the Weaver's Workshop can actually go nicely in here. If I push this, yeah, let's put it here. We can squeeze a nice little logging post or something in here in the middle, or just have some trees farmed there. I don't mind. Trees would be nice as well. Just have that. So what we're gonna have is we're gonna purchase first of all some sheep before we can have people working over here. But we've the whole thing set up, so as soon as we have got some sheep, we can get the kind of clothing production in the works. What I do quite like is seemingly that they don't need any clothing in the first level. Shall we just opt for, you know what, I'm just gonna bring the first levels up here. Let's upgrade these houses. I'm willing to see where this is going. And I'm gonna upgrade the middle one over here as well. Just those 4, and then I'm gonna see where this is going. Because this is gonna be interesting now, because this is going to be the second tier we all knew, but the one after is the new tier. So I'm very curious to see how that is going to look and how the models of the houses have changed, because eventually this is going to be very interesting. They have as I said, they changed those things a little bit, which is cool. Level or tier 3 is looking different from tier 4 now. So this is going to be something I really would love to see. Really would love to see how that is going. So yeah, these buildings now settle in for what is going to be eventually. And now we can go for what I was going to say. It's going to be the Armorer's Workshop. Because exactly this is what we will need to, yeah, just build better cool stuff, you know. And the butchers we don't need, but we can have the joint. This is going to make shields and wooden parts. It's going to make weapons. So if we need a military anyways, so let's go for shields. And the third one is going to be for weapons, indeed. So that is nice. And then we go for the advanced. And now this is, look at that. This is going to make the plate armor. Definitely going to go for this one. It's going to use iron slab, which is totally fine. Because we will have a lot of iron slabs eventually, right? Am I right? Okay, 41 is maybe not that many, but we've got tools quite a lot. We can still up the production whenever we need, so that is good. And then they are going to do large shields. Yeah, that's fine. I'm wondering, like, what was that again? If I form the militia over here, and I'm saying, like, new militia footsman, meaning, okay, we don't have any weapon for that one. They are... Okay, I gotta get rid of these. They need spears and large shields, right? So spears is what we gotta go for the weapons then, right? Advanced, and we go for... Oh, wait. Hold on. This is the bow, war bows. Okay, is there any unit I can go for then? Yeah, no, don't do this, but, like... It's that one, right? It needs war bows, okay. Equipment missing. Yeah, they're producing those, I assume. And then, what about these ones? Okay, they need that. How, what is producing spears then, by the way? Let's see. Jointers is gonna make this. Warbows and crossbows. There are gonna be helmets and stuff. Oh, wait, this is the blacksmith. Okay, this is going to make spears. Okay, so then we also need a blacksmith eventually. This is, okay, we need another house without a burger slot level. This one has been done, but we've got piggies over here. Okay, well, piggies is not good. Anyways, they're going to produce some bows now, armor, all these kind of things are good. Shields is good, so stuff is being produced, which is good. Let's see what the demands are of these people. So, fuel is good. Animal produce fruits. Animal produce, we have none, but it's going to be in more in the future. And garments means something to wear, and beverages, right? Okay, so the beverages is always going to be the hardest, but that's good. But we can give them clothing as soon as we've got more animals. Do I have no person? Oh, well, that's why. I thought, why are we not buying any cheap? Because, well, obviously no one is working in there. Okay, I think we are doing a quite fantastic job over here. Food is becoming a little less. I want to have the sheep first. Whenever we have done this, we will be able then to purchase some more piggies and stuff, because we will need them to have the animal produce as food. As we can tell, there is barely any food. What about this? No cabbages. I mean, we're good for the winter, we're all good, but still, we need to go for a bit more variation to make our people happy, which is good, which we're going to do, which is all nice. And then our fields should be ready next year as well. Crop type is fine. We've got people working in here. I mean, obviously, we could make them... We've got one house left only. Can we upgrade one of those houses then? None? Okay. I think for the next year, what we got to do then is we need more housing. And this is a very interesting area over here. Look at that. We go large shields. Look at that plate armor. We can actually sell this plate armor rather soon, right? So let's see, trade, and then we go for weapons and plate armor. Look at that. We're gonna make this one establish, and we're gonna say export, and we're gonna say 0. I'm not willing to have the plate armor as any of our armor here for the moment being. I want money. Okay, I want to have money. How about the iron slab? Oh, we don't have any iron slabs left. This is because, like, it seems to be this production is going to be... Okay, so we do need to upgrade then our iron slab production. I'm wondering, do I have iron ore left then? Just a bit, though. So that means more people working in here is the first step. And then, you know what the second step is? More housing. But you know what? I'm just going to do a little bit of a break. For you, it's going to be a little bit of a cut, though. But for me, it's just a little break. And with a fresh mind, I'm just going to make sure this is going to be continued. Damn, that was a very nice start so far. Hopefully, you guys are as much as I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. Look at these houses over here. I'm going to fill all these things in. We're set up very nicely. It's not like anything particular problematic at the moment. Really, really damn good. We can just, like, the smithy is doing a good job. We can have more smithy works in the future. That's so good. I think we're going to relocate the smithy over here. And then we're going to have another mine in here. Oh, I did make a mistake, though. Ooh, because of that building. Oh, that is going to be a question if we can squeeze a second mine in anyways. Maybe I have to relocate both mines a little. But that's not even a deep mine. Now, how much surface deposit do we have, though? Oh, yeah, still quite a lot. Anyways, well, little cut for you, big cut for me. Cut was seemingly short for you, but it apparently was an entire year. We're still in winter, but it's actually 1 year later. I'm gonna quickly show you what I did. So, the reason for why I basically... Yeah, I did a couple of things in between. It was just like, it's been a bit of a waiting game. And you can see there are some units. I made sure that we have some units now to go for the bandits. Because actually this became a little bit more, you know, annoying. Because they were actually getting mostly our iron stuff. And that was not really helping me in order to, you know, get some money in. You can see now money income, the regional wealth is growing tremendously. Therefore, we are almost ready to go to the next level. You can see over here, we do have vegetables and grains. That is something we are going to fulfill soon. You can see we do have apparently 99 rye grain. I have not done anything the first year because I wanted to make sure to have enough in one go, you know. At the moment, the problem is we have not enough families, which is something we have to take care of. But we also opted for a couple of houses. Here you can see I built a couple of more houses, not like much, you know, just a bit. But we also have a couple houses here because I needed to specifically go for some tailor's shop to finally get some clothers, as you can see over here. They are growing. I didn't want to go too crazy in migration. I wanted to make it careful and rather slow. And I went for a couple of wells over here. As you can tell, the problem is that many of the houses, and we can actually check if they have water access right now. Yes, they have now. I showed you before that there's like a far off way, but I built a couple more wells and that seemingly fixed the issue. And I built a couple more orchards over here, making sure that we haven't really upgraded any of the houses at the moment, simply because I wanted to make sure that, you know, we are going to have a steady, slow growth. You can see a bit of an issue over here is that the forest is... Alright, the hard drive ran full yet again. It's actually pretty annoying. Recording Manor Lords, it's just super crazy big. But yeah, I was about to say that we are having a bit of issues here with our forest, as, you know, it's all been chopped down quickly. The forester's hut over here obviously had this region to, you know, the limited work area. I will make this a little bit bigger in, you know, work area. I mean, there is still enough area for us to chop stuff down, but it's, you know, taken a while over here. Anyways, we've been doing this. I also created a workflow, as I said, for the garments and for some clothing. That means we do have a sheep farm over here, as you can see. We do have quite a couple of sheep, as you can see. We have 13 sheep and 25 lambs, and we've got 12 pigs by now and a couple oxen. But we also have set out to have a couple of buildings here with a smaller working area in the back, where I wanted to have apiaries in, which, you know what, I can just quickly put in, because that's what I wanted to have over here, because selling wax, I have no idea how to pronounce that in English, is quite interesting, and we are growing this quite nicely over here, though, so that's fine. So I'm still thinking to where to put the... because we can already build that. So we do need to build a small tavern. And does it fit in our area? It doesn't. We are going to put the manor over here. You know what? Actually, if the manor goes here, we can put the tavern right next to it. Because I was about to say we are going to build the manor. And the manor is going to sit over here. And we're going to build the tax office right next to it. Just like so. And then we can close it for the moment, because, you know, apparently we don't have enough wood, which is exactly what I meant. But we've got enough people to be going over here. You can see 3 available living spaces. But what we're going to do is we're going to speed up the process, and we're going to go for the first bandit camp. And if I remember correctly, that was somewhere. Let's have a look where that is. I found it somewhere. Did I, you know, this is... where is the bandit camp? I was constantly seeing those people grabbing stuff from us. I thought it's somewhere, but where is it gone? Is it somewhere over here? It's hard to tell, to be honest, in the snow. It was definitely somewhere over here, I remember. Can't really tell with the snow. Maybe we gotta see first of all where that is. Just zooming out. Oh, there's the bandit camp. Okay, this is the outlaws. I think this is where they came from. Effectiveness, so let's have a look. Okay, we can actually, you know what, we're just gonna go there and bring the units all the way over here. So this is where the bandit camp is, and we can actually attack them, right? So let's have a look. I've never really seen them before, so this is where the bandits are. So interesting. As I said, I've never done this before, so that's actually the first time I'm going to see a bit of battle. So we're going to see this. Oh my god, look at the effectiveness going down. I think because we are so far off our area. But let's just be slower and see. They have 18. I think we should be fine, right? We should be fine. I've no idea. As I said, I've never ever before played this. Okay, we are attacking already. Let's see what happens. So there we go. So there's the fight. Oh my god. Let's just... Oops. Can I just... Oh. Okay, so there it is. Okay, we are fighting. We are fighting. Our wobos just fighting from over here. What is this? What is this actually? Wait, hold on. Can I spear militia? How about those? Can we just make them stand like so and now attack from like a good position? Let's have a look. Okay, so this should be better. And now from over here, there you can keep shooting from both sides. There you go. Look at that. Did we win? Ah. Did we win already? They are actually trying to run away, right? Did we win against them? Is the bandit camp now gone? No, it's not. Let me just go after them. Bandit camp. Well, let's claim that real quick and see what they have for us. Not enough pasture space because of all the sheep. We will get some new sheep eventually. Let's speed up the process. I want to make them go over here. And can I claim this? New message. What's that? We are seeing searching their enemy belongings, a stash of goods. They could be sent to people who surely need them, though. Send resources to the nearest town. This belongs to my treasure now. No, nearest town is fine. Which is us. So, which is basically, look, all the stuff they actually stole from us has been. Ooh, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. So, bandit camp cleaned. We can go back to our town then. And yeah, well, that was a successful first ever military campaign. I mean, it's not like something crazy, you know. But yeah, that's that. All right, we need more pasture space. We can actually kind of put another one in here, right? Let's go and do some pasture. You just like so. I'm willing to blow up that here. 28 space is fine. Okay, let's speed up the process a little more to see that we can go to basically the 3rd tier, which is exactly what I wanted to show with this video. And then I need to call it a day eventually because, gosh, my hard drive can't keep up with it. So we are good because we only need the fruits, which should be ready at the end of this season. So we should have our first trees kind of, I mean, they're not level 3 yet, but this should be enough to get a couple of fruits in. And we will be able to purchase beer, which again, I'm not doing as of now. I still want to have more regional wealth. And then we can produce, I think, did I create a brewery over here already? I didn't, right? So this one is a tailor's workshop. This one is a tailor's workshop. Okay, I did not create a brewery because then we could just import malt and then create that from it. So just to show you, we can obviously import beer right away, ale, which is 16. It's kind of expensive, to be honest. But we could obviously also go for, well, you have it, malt, which is only 14. You know, you could even go one further back and you can go and have barley, which is 13. So you're saving basically 3 per kind of produced good. The problem is the 3 is a good saving long term, yes, but it does eventually take so much time then to produce all of that. I think long term it's just better to have another area producing barley for you and then producing everything over here. Anyways, this is good, but before I speed up the whole process, let's actually focus on a couple more buildings. These houses were done as well. We are missing out on wood, which is exactly my issue. This is why I'm building a new logging camp. That's the question. I mean, I could build this here and then chop this area away, but that's not really what I want to. Technically, I think the easiest thing to do would be to have another logging camp, which we still have not enough goods for. Okay, let's speed up a little to see where the logging camp goes. Let's have one more person then work in here. And we can also, you know what we could also do? We can get one more ox. You know, we are going to go for logistics. And we're putting another hitching post here. But we are also going to grab another ox already. So that adds another one, 4 ox. Not really too many ox, to be honest. That's good. We also have the woodcutter's lodge over here. Which, don't you worry that we only have 10 months of it. This is exactly because I am selling charcoal. That means we are not going over 10 or 11 months eventually. So the next sale will then go to, you know, having not that many goods left. So yeah, I hope that the forester is still doing good work so that they will grow up eventually and we've got more forest at our hands. But I will do another forester as well. So timber, 6 timber. You know what? Before we can do this, we are going to upgrade a couple more houses because we need more immigrants. That's what we definitely need. Also in order to make sure that this is eventually filled in. The manor has been built. We can open the castle planner and commit. Then the tax office can also be built, and we are back at 100% public order because that has been a bit of an issue earlier. Do they also need the church level 2, by the way? No, hold on, that's the Church access is given. Okay, well, that's actually the next thing. Okay, I already can tell that I like the 3 tiers more than the 4 ones, because the step from the 2nd tier to the 3rd one, which is now the 4th one, was a bit too much and took a little bit too long, to be honest. So yeah. So in terms of fruits, you can see they're all growing. I wanted to have another building with a quite humongous orchard over here. Let's see if I can make this work. Okay, so that doesn't work, but I want to, yeah, just whoops. Okay, well, how do I make this work so that maybe I can, yeah, that looks good. And now let's throw the whole thing around. Yeah, there we go. Saving complete. Okay, let's see if I can do it this way and then make for that's obviously, that's better. That's much better. That's already like a okay, let's see if we can get even better than that. Nah, that's not better. So what about this one? That is also pretty neat. I'm not sure if this is the biggest space, but I think I want to go with what I had earlier. No, that's not the one. I think this is the one, right? That has the huge orchard over here, fitting with the other ones. We've got that nice area to walk through. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. So this is going to give us a huge space for the orchard, looking very nice when it's done, I am assuming. Again, pasture? No. 4 out of... This is an old message, isn't it? Or is it just because of hitching post that it doesn't work? We're also running out of planks. Oh my god. Okay. Then we have to get someone into the plank production as well and speed a little bit forward. It's a bit annoying, honestly, that the wood is such a... Hold on. Where's that bandit camp coming from? Okay. Well then. My friends, you had a good time last time. How about now? Come on. Attack them. Is that, like, bigger? They had a bit more, right? How many are those? I don't know. Still quite enough to just get rid of them. I think if we kill one bandit camp, another one will spawn, right? Yeah, well, let's move them there and then see what that is doing. I also kind of like the fact that they just run all the way across over here. Whatever, let's just do them. Let's make them do their stuff. Okay, here's someone who needs to work here. April is a good timing for food. How is food, by the way? 16 months, all good. Okay, we're doing good. Doing good. Oh, we also need grains. That means we should now slowly but steadily, first of all, going for a windmill. Let's see if where we have the best efficiency. Do we have like a good 100% efficiency somewhere over here? 39-ish%. I mean, 99% here. Let's put it there. As we can keep on going there, this might make sense. Okay, no mercenaries. We have a monthly migration of 2, which is good. Okay, so let's have a look. Have we already... Come on. Have we already killed them? Okay, fine. Well, that was nice, I guess. So let's claim that village and get our... Normally we should only have these few resources now, right? So we're gonna send this to the nearest town. Yeah, it's just like these 12 and regional wealth. That means a new bandit camp will eventually spawn, right? Have we lost anyone? No, we didn't. Okay, let's get them back here to our... I've just seen that path. Interesting. Very nice. Fishing ground is growing stronger every time, meaning fishing is also working good. Nice. So let's see if another bandit camp has already spawned. So we got rid of that one. And not yet. Not yet. That's a kind of nice way of, you know, I think bandits for now is something I will keep having. I think that's fine. So let's have a look at the level 2. They all are good. The only thing they don't have, wait. They have all they need. So we don't even need grains, but that doesn't matter. Animal produce is missing and beverages. We can go for beverages. What do we have made? We're still waiting for that. I'm waiting for that because I want to ensure that we have beverages at the same time as fruit. Can we already see what is expected to be growing in here? Expected growth is not really telling anything, right? It's kind of interesting that they also got themselves some spears and shields for like a militia in town, I guess. So that building is done. Let's add another living quarter to it. Actually, we got this huge... Look at that. This looks really cool with that little fence in here. And then this is going to be the orchard. That's going to be very nice. It's going to be very, very nice indeed. Okay, how about wood is starting to come in? Okay, but before this is still taking ages, I'm going to build another one here because that is going to be it. And I think this orchard area is going to be very nice, but, and this is something you can obviously tell, we are still having a lack of buildings, like 2 buildings left, but this would be 1 migration, you know, for 1 month. Yeah, this is nicer. What's that though? Building requires maintenance, but we don't have any tools. Ooh. Why do we not have tools? Do we have iron? We have quite a lot of iron slabs. Why the heck is there no tools? Smithy. Come on, someone else working for the smithy. Then we should have that. Good stuff. Okay, we do need to... How much overground deposit? Still something left, but we should put that into a deep mine rather soon. So that's done. And there is the logging camp done as well. So 2 more living in there. We've got added some living quarters. There's another thing added. And we're going to keep the orchard work. I'm wondering if I need another orchard over here, but it's starting to look nice anyway, so that is good. And we could start having more buildings in this region here. So I'm willing to build another little area. So can I not squeeze the path? Oh gosh, I can. Okay, but then we have to just meander that pathway over here. This is going to be an interesting way of putting buildings in here. You know what? Actually, I think what's good is I'm just going to get rid of this one and put that in a little higher up. And just giving the area a bit more space, like so. And this is going to be looking interesting. If we put buildings in there, let's have a look how that turns out. If we put some lots over here, so just following that line. Huh. It's going to be... Hold on. that was interesting. So I can put this here and then just going all the way around. Okay, well, obviously we don't have enough wood, but... I'm just wondering how these buildings will be aligned if... Okay, still not enough wood. Too steep to build, you say? Okay, this is too steep to build. Still too steep to build. Ah, what a pity. Okay, let's start with a beginning here and then see if we can just use that area. Meaning 8. So if we make that smaller, that is good. Costing 6, but we do have 6. Too steep to build, you say. That is a pity. Okay, come on. 6 construction costs, this is the problem. And now it's too steep to build. Ah, dang it! Can I have it just like... Wait, what's that? Weird. Weird. Okay, can I just have one, please? Come on. Ah, I want to build them nice and tidy, but I think to keep it a bit more simple... Let's just do it that way. Again, weird things happening. But I think I'm gonna start with this. And then let's see if I can opt this for... Actually, this is better. Let's do it that way. And now, let's see if we can squeeze, build... Yes, we can! That is exactly what I meant. This is gonna look very interesting indeed. With like the hilly part over here. Okay, we can build buildings. Oh, look at that. People join. So we are having a couple more people living in here. So... we can have one person work in the windmill, and then we've got another thing here. So that means we should now get more resources. And you know what? You can assign 1 ox, and you can assign 1 ox too, and we are going to have another ox. There you go. So that should help. 2,300, which is not like, it seems a lot, but it's not. Trust me on that. Last time I played through, I kind of gathered 30,000, and when I started to import ale, I was almost like completely done. Okay, we are actually, you know what? This is the moment. Speaking of, we are going to import now ale. Did I set already the... Did not. Okay, so we're going to say import. We purchase that one, establish trade route, and we're going to go for 50. It's quite a lot. You can have 50 times again. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very, very expensive though. But it's 16, so that means 50 times we are at a, oh gosh, yeah, this is gonna be quite expensive. But it's fine. We need this first of all, and then we need to have someone working in the tavern. So to add the supply of this, why are you short on garments? Hold on. No, clothing is more than enough in here. Okay, well, it seems like you are missing out just on a stall. So who's selling that? Is it you? So you get another market stall. Should be fine. I mean, I technically need a couple more of those anyways, so just make sure that the market is a bit more crowded. Unassigned families. So we, yeah, but the new mercenaries update, yeah, they come in now. Yeah, there's the next family. So we're gonna gather crops, some apples over here. See, this is the first orchard, which is gonna give us some apples now. Let's have a look if they come actually in. Yeah, there you can see that. Apples and stuff coming in. And so if we got ale, hopefully soon, that will then provide us with exactly, yeah, Bandit's camp was sighted. I mean, I could just literally go there. Let's have a look if they will be provided with, oh my god, what's the grain problem here? Okay, well, hold on. We should be having flour already. Rye flours coming in. What I'm going to do, just to be sure, is we are going to have a communal oven over here. I could put this right in the middle, but the marketplace is always stuffed as well. You know what? I'm just going to put this communal oven here. And then someone is going to give us bread as well. And hopefully this is going to lead then eventually to us having enough resources to go to tier 3, because I want to desperately show you tier 3 at the end of the video, which is exactly what we would need to showcase that. So garment, clothing, no problem at all. Weapons, let's have a look if we are getting ale. There you have 45 ale. That is very important as well. Quite a lot of half of the money gone. Oh boy. We could also, you know what, while I do this, we can go to trade and weaponry, and we can sell the warbows as well. And whoa, there you go. Okay, so finally built this. That would give us as well some options. Plate armor can be sold, so we should be good. We should be good. Communal oven is built, so someone can work in here to give us some bread. And now let's see how that is looking. Oh boy, there we have it, guys. There we have it. The idea worked. So we're gonna build this over here, and I'm hoping, boy, my hard drive ran full yet again. This is insane. So I'm hoping that there will be one building in this row in a bit that can also be upgraded, because I wanted to have all the tiers next to each other. So I'm really hoping that this is gonna happen. Harvest season ended. Okay, that should not be a problem. All right, so this is going fine. Can you just get some fruits, please? Because that would help us a lot. Okay, so there's a bit of lag, which is because I'm recording onto my... Okay, this is actually almost not working, because I'm recording to an external drive, which seems to not really work. So let me fix that real quick. All right, that should be fixing it. God, oh my god, cutting this video is going to be hell. Because of all the different sources. But hey, it's gonna be fine somehow. So, yeah, this is it. We are going to the new tier. There is... Oh my god, this looks... Oh, this looks really cool. Oh, nice. Let's have a look. Ooh, hold on. Oh, there you go. Oh, that is so nice. It's so different, but it's nice. Okay, so this is the new level 3 building. We need some more of this. Hold on. Hold on, guys. We need more of this, because that is looking really cool. So let's see which building is ready as well. The next one next to it is ready. Cool. And we got like the... Okay, this gear goes to level 2 then. This is all level 1. These are some level 2 ones. This can be upgraded. Oh, nice. Then we've got all the 3 next to each other. Wait, no, this is level 1. This is level 2. Can go to level 3, but I don't mind as of now. This is level 1. This is also level 1. Let's upgrade them all as well. Just like a go for a huge upgrade wave now. I opted to wait for it, but now that we have all all the stuff in place, we can just really upgrade quickly. And honestly, we can use that as like a kind of a moment to sign off. You know, we've got 4 buildings to be. Okay, there is some stuff over here happening. Okay, well, that is fine. Let's actually go and do it this way and then speed up the whole thing so we can have a little look and talk about this real quick. So, I really enjoyed that. It's been another 2 or 3 hours of gameplay again to get to this point. But I am really enjoying this game more and more. With every update, it gets a huge improvement. The level 3 now makes it a bit more approachable, I guess. So, again, as I said last time, it took me about 10-ish hours to get to a sustainable town with level 4, which used to be level 3, if you get what I mean. But seeing this now is really making the game even so much better. Look at that. There's all 3 tiers now next to each other. On the far left, we've got the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 variant. Very nice variant. Oh, I especially like that little working area in the back here. Also the animal plot. So that is really damn cool. I like the way how the balancing has been improved. It seems to be working quite nicely. And also all the other stuff about the mines and stuff that has been, you know, done in the last couple updates also seems to work rather nicely. The looks of the game, obviously, you know, what shall I say? This is Manor Lords and Manor Lords. It just always looked fantastic and still looks freaking fantastic. Again, I have no words for that. It's been so hard to describe this game for me because it's always been a game, ever since the first moment, it just had that feeling of something totally new, unique, and I've played these builder games so often, like all of them, from, you know, from all the games like the early Anno, the Settlers, and Banished, and Farthest Frontier, and whatnot, and I think this game still holds to be a very special one. The ideas are unique, even though the looks may not be, but the whole idea of it being more catered to the real medieval times is good. It has a bit of Ostriv, which is another game I really like, but Ostriv, in comparison, has a bit more of a classical approach of how you go for that. So those games are equally nice in a way, in their own way. They're not really comparable. But what I really like is the progress Manor Lords is taking right now. And obviously, there's still a lot to do. I personally would love now to see a lot more customization options and beautification options, you know, maybe upgrading the pathways into cobble and maybe having some more stuff like little parks or areas to delve. I really love to see some stuff like bath houses, not really something they had in the medieval time, but maybe something along the line of more entertainment, maybe a theater of some sort or so. So there are things from the medieval times that could be focused on. I really would love to see that, how that is going. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm going to continue this save over here. Maybe not, it depends a little bit also on your guys' reception. Normally Manor Lords doesn't really do that nicely on the channel lately, but that shouldn't stop me from playing this for myself, because this is one of the big advantages of Manor Lords. I quite enjoy playing this game on my own, which not really that many games have done so far in the past. So let's have a look where the Bandit Camp was actually spawned. Yeah, there you have that. We can send them here eventually. They're gonna fix our issue and bring back the ale. So yeah, next step obviously would be to claim some other regions. You know, we got influence now more than enough to claim another region, which would give us the chance to build better upon that. But hey, this is it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little playthrough. The new tiers, let's have a look as a last little option here. Let's have a little look at some of the level 3 buildings, because there's another one build as well, right? This is another level 3, is that correct? Yeah, that is another level 3 building. Oh, by the way, what do they need as for requirements now? This is now the final requirement tier. So garments missing and footwear missing. Okay, so that means they will now need specifically some clothing type, because we do have normal clothes. Okay, so they need garments and footwear, which is interesting. Church level 2 is obvious, and beverages. I think ale is already gone. No, 39 ale. You just better. Oh wait, hold on. I think this needs then to be turned into a level 2 tavern, and then it may actually. An animal ran away. Okay, interesting. Oh, this is from our from our pasture. Is that still pasture space? Oh, it's still pasture. Yeah, well, we could fix that real quick. Let's see. All the music change when you have militias going on. As I said, I never really played with a military focus, so that is why I have no idea. Wait, what did I build over here? A pasture, okay, sorry. I thought I was building a field. I think we actually opted for a good way. Like, this is something you could fit in very nice. Fishes and meats. How about meats, by the way? Is that an issue? Meat. Oh yeah, we don't really have meat. So I would then focus to make these things all. Wait, hold on, where did I? Turn some of these piggy thingies into small holdings, which is going to help us improve significantly on the meat income. I think this is something I could do. We have a pretty damn good overall satisfaction over here, but you can also see how the original wealth is going down now. So if I would be to continue playing, I would need to fix a couple of things, set up a couple of things for the future, obviously also to have more bread and stuff. How much bread do we have right now? 19 bread. It's not too much though. We don't have that much flour left. We have a bit of grain left, so it's okay. It would give us a bit through the winter. But yeah, so that's that, guys. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this. Looking at a couple more buildings here shows the new level 3 tier buildings with their stuff in the back. Let's have a look at this building a bit more closer up. Ah, that is so cool. That is so cool. They're doing some weapons over here. I think that's a cobbler's workshop. And then next to this one, what's your thing to do? I think this is a war bow. Are you creating bows of some sort? And then this one, let's have a look what these buildings are for. Wait, I don't even remember. So this is a bowyer's workshop. Interesting. Oh wait, this belongs to that building, right? This one, oh no, this is this side. So this is a bowyer's workshop. They do make some bows and stuff. Make sure that I can see that, okay. This is a jointer's workshop. So you're producing some shields. Can we spot that as well? There's some planks and stuff. Is there a shield somewhere visible? Maybe back here? No, not really. And then what is this one over here? That was an armorer's workshop. Okay, they are doing the metal plate kind of thing. Can we see that really? I mean, you know, the building itself is suitable for that. So that definitely will work. Okay, so then we have another level 3, which was the tailor's workshop. Are you level 3 though? Upgrade to level 3. No, it's not. But this one is level 3. A blacksmith. Okay, so we can have a look at the blacksmith. Yeah, that shares a couple of building assets with the armor plate. But it doesn't matter. You know, I like the flexible way of how it's working. I really dig that. I really like that. So not sure if there are too many buildings I could upgrade. I mean, obviously to level 3, but level 2. But no, not too many to level 3. So this one goes to 2. This one goes to 2. This one goes to 2. Okay, fine, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I said this a couple of times now, but this is the real ending now. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed. I certainly did enjoy it tremendously with that new map, Twin Lakes over here, with our new town, with level 3 tier building from 4. You know, we're missing out on 4, but eventually this is going to be turned into level 4. And then we've got all 4 next to each other, I guess. I'm going to try this. Anyways, have a good time. Thank you so much for watching. And if you did enjoy watching, make sure to check out all the other Manalords videos. I've got so much on the channel if you're interested. And if not, there's still enough of other kind of stuff you might like watching. And in any case, if you need a game or anything like that, make sure to use my instant gaming link in the description. You save money, I get money. It's a win-win for both of us, and you help me to get rid of all the struggle with the YouTube algorithm. So it's a big win for everyone. I hope you have a good time. Talk to you in the next one, and bye.